the black. What if I told you there were entire black towns, thriving, self-sufficient, powerful, that they erased from your history books on purpose? Number 7, Langston, Oklahoma. Founded in 1890 by freed families who built their own newspaper, dozens of businesses in Langston University, which still educates students today according to the Encyclopedia of Oklahoma History. Number 6, Freedmenstown, Houston. After slavery ended, freed people in Houston's 4th Ward paved their own streets with brick, built Victorian homes, and created a business district with black-owned banks. The National Museum of African American History documents how by 1900, it was the center of Black Houston. Number 5, Weeksville, Brooklyn. One of the first free black communities before the Civil War, residents owned property, ran businesses, and built 3 churches and schools until urban renewal wiped it away. Number 4, Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Founded in 1887 on land purchased from Jefferson Davis's own brother, this all-black town became completely self-governing with its own mayor, businesses, and infrastructure. Number 3, Seneca Village, Manhattan. Founded in 1825, this thriving community of black property owners, 225 residents, 3 churches, 2 schools, existed right where Central Park is now. In 1857, New York used eminent domain to forcibly remove every family and bulldoze their homes to build a park for white elites. Number 2, Boley, Oklahoma. With over 4,000 residents, it had its own black government, railroad station, hotels, and even an opera house. Booker T. Washington called it the most enterprising Negro city in America. And here's where it gets undeniable. Number 1, Rosewood, Florida. In 1923, a thriving town of 200 black landowners, farmers, and business owners was completely massacred. According to the Florida State investigation, a white mob spent an entire week murdering residents, burning every black-owned home, church, and business to the ground. At least 30 people were killed. Survivors fled into swamps. The town was erased from existence.
If white mobs spent an entire week, which is a full 7 days, of unaliving black residents in Rosewood, Florida, why is there only an account of 30 lives taken? There was 4,000? Did it say it was 4,000 residents in Rosewood, Florida, or 200 so-called black sharecroppers and landowners, right? So it took them an entire week, 7 full days, to exterminate 200 people, men, women, and that's just the men. What about the women? What about the children? There are 2 individuals from Rosewood, Florida that are still alive today. One's 109, the other's 110, and they're still telling what happened when they were little. At the time this shit happened, one was 9, the other one was 10. They were old enough to understand what the fuck was going on. Wow. With eyewitness account of actual people alive at that time. Today, alive. Yep, still. And these Edomites, in their goddamn bullshit history book, wrote down 30 people, really. So where's the other 170 people? They just goddamn disappeared? Is that it? See? This is what I mean. This is the wickedness of these Edomite devils. This is the reason why the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy these devils, man. They gotta go, man. What the fuck, man? Okay? They destroyed everything. Okay, look. Let's look at it this way. Okay. Let's look at their illustrious leader, Agent Orange, Nero 47. Right? What logical sense does it make? I don't know. You might not have common sense. I don't know. Okay? But what common sense does it make to you to start a civil war amongst your own citizens while at the same time simultaneously trying to start World War III on a global stage and demand the Nobel Peace Prize. Demand the Nobel Peace Prize. If you go, for some reason, I don't know if you want to try this or not, go up and ask an individual who called so-called white person, what policies that Donald Trump just laid down that benefits you as white people, that benefits farmers as white farmers, that benefits truckers as white truckers, as you as an employee. What did he do? What laws did he put down that would benefit you right today? From the time that this Edomite, orange-colored son of a godless dog was reelected in office, because you reelected him, you Edomites, you troglodytes, you Caucasian cave dwellers, you elected this animal, this ignorant idiot into office because he thinks like you. He thinks like you're better. If you are so supreme, white supremacists, you know, you're better than everybody on the fucking earth because you're white and you're right, okay? You're right. Eminent domain, rape, murder, and pillage, right? You're so goddamn perfect. Why do you have to sabotage another race of people that has nothing to do with you? Why did you burn their towns? Why did you drown their cities? Why did you exterminate thousands of people and burn their houses and bulldoze them in order to create a fucking park for dogs to shit on a tree? Why did you, every weekend at Lake Lanier, why did you drown that town that was there? Why did you do that? If you're so supreme and so superior, right, you shouldn't have had nothing to do with them. It's because you failed. It imposes the ideology, the idea of white failure. You failed to be supreme when another race of people whom you subjugated to oppression, slavery, and indentured servitude against their will and kept them down, redlining, gentrification, okay, segregation in schools, the abolishment of man, I just, wow, you can't even go to the same school, we're not allowed to go to college, right? In World War II, wasn't allowed to fight. What the actual fuck? Are you afraid that we would have ended World War II in a week? 2 weeks tops? You had 4 years. We would have ended that shit in less than a year and a half. It's over. It's over. Remember, the children of Israel were numbered as the sands of the sea, and we've been scattered and sold as chattel slavery, cattle to every nation on the face of the earth. So the American Negroes would have went over to the European Negroes, okay, and banded together against the Germans, against the Russians, against the English, against the French, against the Spaniards, against the Edomites of America, right? And wiped your fucking ass out in the space of 2 years. We would have already, what happened to the Tuskegee Airmen that saved lives of you Edomite devils? And this is how you treat us, man. We're heroes. You know what the definition of a hero is? One to lay down his life for his friend. Who said that? The one you ignorantly called Jeebus Crossed, right? That man, who was a Negro from the tribe of Judah, no less, okay, laid down his life as a hero for his friend, his friends, who are the Israelites, the elect of the house of Israel, who are melanated, copper-colored skinned people, for the most part. Now, since we've been scattered into all nations, we've intermingled our seed With the heathen nations, our children come back looking like the heathen nations after several generations or decades. But their bloodline still go back to us. You can tell because, like it says in Romans 8:16, the Spirit beareth witness of itself that we are the children of the Most High, roughly paraphrased. So we have to try the Spirit by the Spirit. And the Spirit is tearing you goddamn Edomites apart. The more and more a person goes back, just go to Obadiah. That's what I'll do. I'll just go to Obadiah and tear your ass apart. So I'm sick and tired of you crackers. Everybody is. Even the white people is sick and tired of white people. What the fuck? Okay. Alrighty. Right? Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Wait a minute. Come on, man. Why would the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in a letter to Obadiah, okay, because it says this is to the vision of Obadiah that he had, thus saith the Lord concerning Edom, okay? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. So the Most High is calling you a troglodyte. The Most High is calling you a so-called Caucasian. If you go to the definition of Caucasian, means cave dweller. Okay, that's the original definition of Caucasian. They've since changed it with new speak words, adding of Palantir and ChatGPT and OpenAI. They've changed the definition of words in order to mean something that that was never the original intention to mean. Okay, no bullshit. Troglodyte. I bet you'd probably go change that. You sons of bitches. You motherfuckers have been trying to do every goddamn thing. Every time we, as the Hebrew Israelites, uncover something evil and wicked that you've done to a race of people on the face of the earth, you try to hurry up and cover it up with bullshit and whitewash it into something more appealing to human nature. See? And then you get mad at us for confronting you on your goddamn godless bullshit, you Edomite troglodyte. I don't understand it. We don't have any power. We don't have a continuing city here. We tried to have a continuing city. You burned it to the fucking ground. You drowned it. You burned it. You raped, murdered, and pillaged the people. You scattered them abroad through eminent domain type shit, right? White privilege, white supremacy. Okay? The perpetrators were never prosecuted. The perpetrators of these crimes against humanity were never prosecuted. And you motherfuckers have went and used to send postcards to one another. You see a black man hanging from a fucking, as a matter of fact, let me go get some pictures. You know, cause you motherfuckers, boy, wow. Nope, you ain't finna get away. I ain't gonna let you get away. Fuck you. Nope, you're wrong. The Son of God is coming to kill the goddamn shit out of the whole lot of your entire race. I don't see what you're mad about. Okay? What are you mad about? I don't get it. You're mad about that? I mean, how would you feel if we did that shit to you and your people? Oh, motherfucker, you'd never stop killing us. It wouldn't happen. Okay? Look. You'll never stop, man. Okay? Never. 400, 500 fucking years of this bullshit, man. Okay, look. You sold a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine that you might drink. See? Man, come on, man. Residents own property. We built churches. We built schools. We, and in the form of urban renewal, you destroyed everything. Look, see? You destroyed everything, man. This is what you did to us. Seneca Village, Seneca Village, New York, that's where Central Park is. This is what you did. Look, man. Look, see, look at that. On the ground from the cut. Even the dog was trying to bite your ass. You killed the dog. Kill the dogs. Kill everything, man. That's all you motherfuckers know how to do is rape, murder, and pillage. Okay? See? These are receipts. You can't erase this shit from the history of the blood and that's within us, you can't erase that. Now you're trying to put us in FEMA camps and concentration camps and detention facilities in order to force us back out here in order to continue to pick your goddamn cotton and your fruits and your vegetables and all of this other shit. That's what the fuck you're trying to do, punk. We know what you're doing. We know how you're doing it, why you're doing it. It's the reason why you got rid of all the illegal immigrants. You know, you want free slave labor again. You think that's the way to go, huh? Nothing but receipts, man. Nothing but receipts against you and your wickedness, dude. Over. Picture over and over and over. Look, the white overseer. Right? The white slave owner. Come on, man. The Son of God is coming back to kill you for this shit. Ain't nothing you can do about it, man. I don't even know what the fuck you mad at us for.
The perpetrators? Never prosecuted. They don't teach you this because if you knew black people build entire self-sufficient cities without them, you'd question everything they told you about who needs who. So here's my question. If these towns were so successful, why did they have to be destroyed? Drop your truth below. And if...
Okay. Why did they have to be destroyed? If white privilege and white supremacy was so goddamn supreme and privileged, why did you destroy someone else trying to do the same? And had nothing to do with you. They made their own money outside of your banking system. We had our own banking. We opened up banks for our people. Churches for our people. You see it? So, I saw this video. It just pissed me the fuck off, man.
The Black News family. What I'm about to tell you. You won't believe what lies beneath one of the most famous parks in the world. Let me take you somewhere lost, forgotten, buried beneath trees and trails, is a story they tried to erase. You think Central Park was always just a peaceful escape in the middle of New York City? Well, it wasn't. Before the paths, before the benches, before the fountains, there was a village, a black village, a real one. It had homes, a school, churches, vegetable gardens, and something even more rare for the time, freedom. This place was called Seneca Village, founded in 1825 by free African Americans. Yes, free, in a time when slavery still tore through parts of the US. Personally, I was stunned when I found this out, because they didn't just survive, they built, they owned land. Some even voted because they met the property qualifications that most black people were never allowed to reach. Seneca Village was more than a neighborhood. It was a safe haven, a sanctuary from the racism boiling in nearby Manhattan. Children played, families grew, people lived with dignity. But in 1857, the city had a different plan. New York wanted a giant public park, so they destroyed everything. They kicked people out, bulldozed homes, and left families with almost nothing. And worst of all, they erased it from the history books. For over a century, the world thought Central Park had always been just open land. No trace of Seneca Village remained. Until the 1990s, when researchers started digging. And in 2011, archaeologists uncovered the truth. Shoes, kitchen tools, foundation stones. Proof that this village wasn't a myth, it was real. And they tried to bury it under trees and silence. But not anymore. Seneca Village is back on the map, because we refuse to let black history be paved over again. This isn't just about the past. It's about the fight to keep our stories alive. So if this moved you, like...
They tell black people to just work harder. But what happens when we do? They burn it to the ground. Black Wall Street wasn't the only one. There were over 100 thriving black towns in America. Towns like Rosewood, Oscarville, and Freedmanstown, where black people built their own businesses, banks, and schools, real generational wealth. But guess what happened? They were burned, bombed, and flooded to erase them. Lake Lanier, it was a black town before the government drowned it. Entire communities were stolen using shady laws like eminent domain. And the KKK. They straight up ran black families out of their homes. So next time someone says, why don't black people just build wealth? Tell them, we did, and they destroyed it.
Okay. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Yahweh Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Also the Israelite foreigners that look like the speckled bird as found in the book of Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9. Okay, that have been intermingled, as I mentioned earlier in the video, intermingled their seed with the heathen. Okay, that look like the heathen. After several generations, they look like the heathen, they act like the heathen, they walk like the heathen. Yet their spirit that is within them is that of the Israelite. Shalom.